Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a shrimp Alfredo. To get my meal started, what I'm going to do is to boil my pasta and spaghetti. So I'm going to be adding some salt, just a little to taste, to my pot. And I'm just going to stir. And I'm just going to be stirring that in. I'm just gonna add some more. I really want my pasta to have a little flavor, not too fresh, right? And so I'm going to be adding 2 cups of pen pasta. So there's my other cup. And I'm just gonna stir that in, and I'm gonna allow it to come to a boil as usual. Now for my other pot, I'm also going to add some more salt. And this is for my Ital pasta, my spaghetti. So since I'm going to be mixing both pastas, this seemed to be enough. I'm just going to be placing that in there, allow it to come to a boil as usual and cook, and let the magic happen. Okay? Okay, so here I have some Pacific white shrimp. They have been deveined already. Yes, they have their shells on, and so I'm just going to wash them and season them while I get ready for my pasta. Okay, so our shrimps are out of the bag, and as I say, if you could look down the spine, my shrimps are already deveined, so I don't have to worry about that. And deveined is to get rid of the vein that can harbor bacteria if your shrimp is not well done or looked after properly. So the first thing you want to do is to get rid of those. So they're not cooked, but thankfully they were pre-deveined for me, so that saved me a lot of trouble. So all I'm going to be doing is to squeeze some lime on them. And I'm also going to be washing this under cold running water. So I have washed my shrimps and I've placed them on a plate. All I want to do next is to pat dry them, because I want to ensure that they're not too wet or soggy. I don't want them to sag, so I'm just going to give them a quick pat dry. And there's many ways to do your shrimp, of course, and if you notice, my shell is still on, and that's deliberate. Actually, I've tried my shrimp many ways, and this time I want to keep my shells on and see what the outcome will be. So if you want to take your shells off, go ahead, be my guest, but I'm definitely going to keep my shells on. All right, I'm going to be adding some salt to taste, also some pepper. I'll also be adding some onion powder, just a little bit of that. And to that, I'd add 2 teaspoons of shrimp seasoning. And last but not least, some jerk seasoning. So I'm just going to rub this together so my season can be incorporated before I tend to these crustaceans. And of course, these are all they look seasoned. and ready. So what I absolutely love about the shrimp, look at the quantity that I'm going to be doing. This is only for 2 of us. Actually, my daughter and I love shrimp. My husband and son actually don't. And so what I love about this, I can actually have 2 servings of this shrimp. So I'm gonna have this one now, which is marinating. Place them in a bag, and this can be used later. Not too small, it's just right, and I can always use again for later. And food tip, this is from Walmart. Actually, this is a Great Value brand. I like to go with Great Value brands because they are really economical. And since I'm trying to save money much more these days, I really have to get better value for my money and at the same time pay less for my food items. Especially because you know what's happening now. Food items are being raised and you know, everything is hiked. The price for everything has been hiked. So when you can conserve and save a little, why not? You know? So I suggest you try this brand. If you're in Canada and you shop at Walmart, you can find this in the freezer items, okay? The shell food aisle, frozen crustacean items, you can find this one. So on the other hand, guys, I have my Alfredo cheese sauce and it requires heat. I've used this sauce before in one of my videos for my spring salad, so you guys must have been familiar. So this requires heat, low heat, to be warm, so it comes out really creamy and runny at the same time. Perfect for our pasta. Okay. My pen pasta seems to be coming to a boil really well, and I love that. So it's not yet cooked. As I'm checking the texture, you know, when it's cooked, it has a closer to white color. This is still raw, so I'm going to allow this to cook some more. So my spaghetti, which is my idle pasta, have fallen, and this I want to be tender but not too tender, so I'm checking, and I'm just going to give it a few more minutes before I turn the flame off. At this very moment, I'm going to be working on my shrimp. So if you see, my sauce has come out really runny. And as I say, I love to use this sauce because I get perfect results. I'm just going to keep this really low. I'm just going to keep it really low until I'm ready for it. So I'm just going to be using about 2 teaspoonfuls of olive oil for my shrimp. Not too much because I don't want my shrimp to be oily. So if you look at it, both of my pastas are actually ready. They're done. I've drained my water, and use of cold water actually helps to slow the cooking process down. So though I've drained them, I'm just going to let it sit in my colander and allow it to drain a little bit more. So guys, I'm just going to be keeping my flame on low heat. And if you notice, each time I cook, I love to do it a little differently. So this time I use some of my extra virgin olive oil, just about 2 teaspoons. And I'm going to be adding some green onions and some garlic to my oil. And I'm just going to let that fry in, and then I add my shrimp. And as I say, you want to keep it at low heat because I really don't want the seasoning to burn. So I'm going to keep it low as possible. So now that I have my seasoning, I'm just going to be taking my crustaceans one at a time and add them to my oil. So if you notice, I've already turned them. I've not allowed my crustaceans to be frying for too long, right? So I just want to brown them on each side. Question to you is, can you guess which of my shrimps are cooked and which are uncooked? Okay, so if you guess the ones on the left are cooked, you guessed right. Of course, they're looking so scrumptious already, and I'm almost done with the ones on the right. So I just want to give you a little peek in my pan. So you see my season has browned a little but have not burned, and they're still adding flavor to my shrimps. So what I do is to add just a little bit more olive oil when it's used up, because of course, first I'm preparing a little bit more than a handful of shrimp. So of course it's going to be required of me to add more oil. I just love how these look in the shell, and hence why I decided to leave my shells on, because sometimes when you use cooked shrimp or the shells are already off, you tend to see that these curl way more tinier and they get so much smaller. So I wanted to leave my shell on for that reason. Okay, so these are looking really good already. I'm just going to be repeating this process until all of my shrimp are done, and then we'll move on to the next step. Stay tuned. So now I've transferred my pasta to my container. I'm just waiting on my shrimp so that I can be done. Okay, stay tuned. This looks so good already. Yep, waiting because I'm really hungry. I have some garlic sauteed shrimp, and this is for my shrimp Alfredo. They're looking so yummy. To be transferring my shrimp to my pasta. Yum, 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 yum. And here I have my Alfredo sauce. So I'm drizzling all of my Alfredo sauce over my shrimp. And what I'm going to be doing is to just toss that together so everything is incorporated, so that cheese can melt over everything. It is already melted, but you get the point. Ooh-wee. I love cheese so much, by the way, and shrimp and cheese goes together so well for me. And so in case you're just joining, I added my pen pasta and my Ital pasta spaghetti together with my shrimp, and I'm making shrimp Alfredo. And I used raw crustaceans that were already deveined with my shell still on. And voila. I can't wait to taste. Ooh. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Thank you for watching, guys. Here's my shrimp Alfredo. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Here's our shrimp Alfredo ready to be devoured, and I can't wait to dig in. Thanks again for watching, guys. Let me know, what are your thoughts? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in next time at the Hutchinson'S kitchen.